So I never got to update you yesterday. I got picked up at around 4:30. No, 5:30. Sorry, 5:30 Central. I got loaded about 2.5 hours after the designated pickup time. I got there around 12:30. No, it was about 12:05. I think when I initially got there yesterday, I was supposed to pick up at 3. This is Central Time. And I go in, and they tell me it's probably going to be about close to 4 o'clock. It ain't going to be the 3 o'clock, so I already knew it wasn't going to be the 3 o'clock. So I go down the road, grab some lunch and everything, do some editing on the video, and then grab a nap. I initially wanted to sleep until about 3:30, but I slept until about 3 o'clock. Phone rang, some spam call. But got up, went inside about 3:25, and they're like, yeah, go around back. They said it'd be about a half hour. So I go around back. They tell me, yeah, it'd be about a half hour. And again, that was roughly 3:40 at that point. And then I ended up getting loaded finally at 5:30 Central. And this is already kind of a tight run. So losing that 2.5 hours. I did call in and made them aware that, you know, I want to be able to get that time back if I'm not able to make it. I don't have any intention on using it, but I want it just in case, because I'm super retarded and I have to still make it there because I'm retarded like that. So when I picked it up, I had roughly 4.5 hours. 4.5 hours to play with is what I had outside of drive time. I made decent time. All the way up, I drove all the way up until about 5:30 this morning, Eastern time. Pulled into a little gas station in I think it was Maryland. A little gas station in Maryland. And had the alarm clock set for about 3 hours and 10 minutes worth of sleep. But I slept for about 2 hours, woke up, tried to go back to sleep, but I only dozed off for about another 15 minutes, and then I got up and gassed up and got rolling the last little bit. So finishing that up right now. I'm showing up either around 1 o'clock Eastern. I had to call in. They had notes on this delivery to call in 2 hours prior to arrival. So called in. Tell you what, man. This one thing. I don't know if any of you guys that are out there have experienced the same thing or see the same thing. But one of the things I can't stand about the East Coast is these are some just rude, just assholes. Like almost everybody you deal with, and I don't know if it's just so common out this way that they don't come across each other like they're being rude in any way. That's just the way they are. But yeah, call this guy and, you know, like, yeah, this is Alan, driver with Barrett, got a delivery for you guys. I was told in the notes that I needed to call you 2 hours prior to delivery. And he's like, where'd you pick up from? And he's sounded like he's half-assed, even wanting to even talk to me. But long story short, I made the phone call like I was supposed to. He just seemed so disinterested in the fact that I was calling. But yet it's on the paperwork to call, it's in the notes on the app to call, so somebody made it a major point to make sure that whoever the driver was calls. And then that guy just could give a shit less. Like, oh, okay, well, I don't know why you're calling me, dude, you know? That's kind of how he sounded. But get this there, as I said, unless I hit any kind of traffic, which that's still possible. I'm coming up on New York. Get this thing dropped off, and I will find the closest place to park and sleep, crash out. If I don't get anything throughout the day, then I'm gonna actually head towards the house. I'll probably deadhead either all the way to the house, or at least a good portion of the way to the west side of New York. Maybe Erie, PA or something, Buffalo, I'm not sure, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna get the hell out of Connecticut if I'm still sitting there tonight. Going on at the moment. I'm not sure which way that wanted me to go. You see what I just did? And I don't think I took the right way, to be honest. It was telling me to stay on I-95, and the other one was not saying I-95. I so dislike being over in this neck of the woods. I just so dislike it. Now, people that trek this area all the time, this probably ain't shit to them, but just aggravating. Yeah, the way this load worked, the fact that I got just a little over 2 hours sleep, and got held up for 2.5 hours to pick up, and it's a tight run and all that to be able to make it on time still. Not a lot of people will be willing to do that. Yeah, which is kind of funny. I get the whole safety. Like I said, safety is first, but at the same time, like, if you ain't got the ability to run hard when needed, like, this shit ain't gonna do well for you, man. Like, oh man, I had to stop and take a safety nap, blah blah blah. Well, maybe you shouldn't be doing expediting if you know that that's involved in it, because there ain't too many companies gonna want to work with you if you can't run hard. Yeah, there's just some people, man, they are just not very hard runners. Now, there's some people that'll bitch and complain about it, but they can still run hard. Then there's those that bitch and complain and just can't run hard. Just don't ever try. And, unless you've done this kind of job, you don't know which one you are. I'm going to get off here, drive a little further, and I'll get back with you guys when I unload. understand how these people can live out here, man. Everybody on top of each other. In a hurry to go nowhere. What is that going up there? Changed the route. It said it was 5 minutes faster to take this way, so let's see if it ends up being 5 minutes faster. Plastics factory, making plastic coat hangers. I was a machine operator at first, and it was asking for volunteers to ride up with the semi driver taking a truckload into New York. I like being on the road, so I volunteered, got paid for it. Rode up here with them, and this dude, as soon as he got into like this neck of the woods, like getting ready to come up into the real traffic of the city, that motherfucker busts out his fingerless driving gloves, cranks his music up. I'm just thinking, dear God, what in the hell? Boy, he just blended right on in with all the other idiots driving out here, trying to drive like a maniac, cutting everybody off. Like that, see that? Yeah, that stuff happens other places too, but this place here, man, is really bad for people not wanting to give an inch. You gotta be aggressive, man. You can't be a nice driver around here. It can't be courteous. You gotta take what you can get, or it's gonna take you forever to get through here. But that dude, to continue that story though, that trip to New York, we get to the place where we're going to. I didn't even have to do anything. I didn't have to do shit. But he's all like, "Oh yeah, man, I'm tired, man. Here's a few bucks. Go grab some lunch or something. Come back at about such and such time, and I should be well rested by then. Just take off." So I do. I take off for a little while. Coming back to the truck. We're parked on this side street somewhere. Come back to the truck, I'm bending the corner. Just as I'm bending the corner, I see the truck, passenger door open, and there's this fucking chick getting out of their short ass skirt blowing up. She's got these leopard printed fucking panties on. So I just kept walking past the truck, went down to the next corner, and sat there for about 15 minutes. Waited about 15 minutes, so he didn't know that I knew he had a hooker up in there. I come back, climb up in the truck. He all acts like he's sleeping. Oh yeah, it's time to get up. Like, yeah, motherfucker, yeah, you've been sleeping all right. Yeah, fun times, man. Then as we're leaving the city, see hookers everywhere. He's like, "Dude, you want me to get you one? I'll pay for it, man. I'll take your come right out of the expenses for the trip, man. Yeah, like, I'm good, man. I'm good." Oh yeah, that dude was he was a winner. He was definitely a winner. Yeah, that guy was a true winner. He was such a nice guy, man. He was being safe, got his sleep, spent time with the hooker. I'm sure it was probably just a masseuse or something, just working the kinks out of after a rough drive through New York and across New York, state of New York. Then he's trying to be charitable and offer to give me a masseuse as well. He's a nice guy. So we're unloaded. I wanted to get some footage of that place because that place was a madhouse. Like everything. It was two separate buildings. It was a pretty good sized shop from what I was expecting. And I pull in, there's a guy pulling in ahead of me in this flatbed straight truck, and I ask him if he knows where receiving is. He said, it's everywhere. Ooh, that's not good. But as much of a madhouse as it looked, I got unloaded pretty easy. But again, you know, the perceived rudeness of the people there. Go in there, hand the guy the paperwork. He, again, just could seem as disinterested as possible in me being there. Grabs paperwork, acts like he's about to start doing something else. He said he'll get somebody over there. I said, you want me to go out there and wait with the freight? Hang tight. So I'm standing there in the office, and he's doing other things, and then he just gets up and walks out. So I follow him out there, and then he ends up unloading it himself. You know, tell him, hey, appreciate it, have a nice day. Nothing. Just nothing. So, yeah, just kind of funny how that works. And I'm going to need over in this lane, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get over there now. Some bish. Thought that was a turn only, but that's a go straight or turn only. Or turn. But yeah, I'm unloaded. It is 1:05 Eastern. Got it there an hour before the protect time, the original protect time, which is good. I wanted to make sure I got it there because I wanted, one, I wanted it on this paycheck, and two, they close at 2 o'clock. So if I wouldn't have got it there, I'd have been sitting overnight. But I'm gonna go back down the road here about 14 miles. There's a pilot. Dispatch just happened to call, and what are you doing? You need to rest? What are you doing?